Yesterday marked 4 years on YouTube for me as I started my YouTube channel, the one that you're watching right now, on January 7th, 2021. It was my first ever YouTube channel and it still is my main YouTube channel. I got monetized after 3 months. I got burned out probably half a dozen times, if not more. And these are my lessons for starting a YouTube channel or maintaining a YouTube channel, specifically in 2025, but also in general. Lesson number one, you're never going to be ready to start. If you're waiting for something to happen so that you can start your YouTube channel, you are wasting your time. You will find excuses like I need to come up with the perfect gear, or I need to come up with the perfect intro like I did 4 years ago when I literally spent 5 weeks trying to create that trailer intro thing, the one you put in every video that no one is using now. And I think about it, I spent 5 weeks on Canva designing that perfect intro and then I never used it. I wanted to start a channel pretty much 4 years before I actually started it. And one day I just woke up and started my YouTube channel. It's the same thing with starting a new diet, with deciding you're going to open up yourself to dating, with deciding to change your habits, with deciding to quit smoking, quit caffeine. It's not going to matter if it's January 1st and you made a New Year's resolution. It's not going to matter if you put some kind of goal before it. Oh, I'm going to stop smoking when this happens. Oh, I'm going to start dating again when this happens. No, don't put anything before it. You want to start a YouTube channel? Just start. Lesson number two, you do not need any money to start a YouTube channel. Obviously, you need something if you want to film your videos on, but if you have a smartphone that was made anytime in the last 6 or 7 years, you have enough camera power to start your own YouTube channel. I started my channel filming from the inside camera of a MacBook Air 2011. The quality sucked really bad. I was editing using iMovie because it was a free software using my Mac. I learned how to edit all by myself, and you know how I learned how to edit? Because I had a video to edit and I needed to get it done, and pretty much video editing for beginners is cut this part out, and delete it, and that's it. I had no idea that I can change the volume of me speaking, which was incredibly low. I feel like if I'm going to go back to watch my first video, I'm not even going to be able to hear myself speak. And I had no money for this. I had no set lighting. I had nothing. And then I upgraded myself when I decided to film for my iPhone SE, which, if I'm not mistaken, is the one between iPhone 5 and iPhone 6. So some of my videos I filmed with that. I got massively upgraded a few months after when I got my iPhone 12 mini, which sometimes I still use in some of my videos without people noticing. And only after being on YouTube full time for 2.5 years, I got a camera. For those of you who want to know, it's the Sony ZV-E10, which I'm not filming with right now because for my 4 years on YouTube, or expecting my 4 years on YouTube, I bought myself the DJI Pocket 2, which, by the way, is not even the latest camera. And yes, right now I have gear. There's this like beautiful blue light behind me. I have like studio lights somehow in this apartment, and I have accumulated over 13 different microphones in the past year and a half trying to find my sound, which is ridiculous because I'm not even using a microphone for this one, because it doesn't matter. I feel like if the message is clear and people can hear you, I'm not talking about like, if you're in an incredibly like crowded place with a lot of noise, or you have this like humming in the background that pisses people off. But if you have generally nice quality, people are going to care more about the message and about you than the money spent on producing this video. So if you want to start a YouTube channel and you don't have money to start, go back to reason number one and just start it, because having no money to start a YouTube channel is not a reason. Lesson number three, give before you take. And sometimes I like to think about it as, if you start a YouTube channel because you want to make money from YouTube, you're probably not going to make money from YouTube unless you're like a video producer and you know exactly what you're doing. If the only reason why you're starting a YouTube channel is to make money, you're not going to make money. And if any of my normal viewers are watching this video, my channel is usually about making money from graphic design, print on demand, selling digital assets, affiliate marketing, and website building. If you start a print-on-demand store because your only goal is to make money, then you probably won't. People smell that. People smell that on you. Give more than you take, especially in the beginning. And I feel like just generally in life, if you have something to share, if you have something to say, open up a camera and say it. The money's going to come later, or maybe it won't. But if you're starting a YouTube channel just because of the money, don't. One, people are going to smell it. And two, do you know how much YouTubers actually make? Because we're going to get to that. Lesson number 4, community is everything. And it's not just in the sense of you don't need 100,000 followers or 1,000,000 subscribers. You just need 1,000 people to like you to succeed in a business. Because if we're talking about that approach, then it definitely goes back to don't start a channel just to make money. But community is everything in terms of how you feel as a creator and how you feel about the topic you're talking about. Because a lot of the times, the things that we share on YouTube as content creators, whether it's hobbies or lifestyle, are things that we feel like from inside that we want to share because we don't have them in our environment. And having a community online is pretty darn epic. And that community doesn't have to be anywhere specific, even though I've seen most of the communities being done outside of YouTube, for example, on Discord, or in the case of this channel, on Facebook. And I feel like the word community comes from having something in common or wanting to do something in common, which is actually how our Facebook group started. And I realized how much of a community it is whenever I say our Facebook group, even though I'm the admin and I started it. So, funny story. When I just started this channel, I was doing the live premiere for pretty much every video. I had no idea what I was doing, and live premiere was like scheduled for, I don't know, 14 hours after because my internet speed was shitty. And during these live premieres, we were pretty much just talking in the chat about anything but the video. People were literally, I'm going to watch this video later, and then we were like just talking about food or something that we do, something that we liked, and it was a really nice community feeling. But one time in one live premiere for a video that I don't even remember which one it was, one of the viewers wrote something about the fact that they got a new job and they're moving to Cyprus. And a bunch of people were congratulating them, and someone even said, like, I actually have family in Cyprus, I actually have friends in Cyprus that can help you. And right at that point, the live premiere ended, the video ended, and I was sitting there and I was like, those two people who were having a conversation about something very personal. I mean, that person is moving to a different country and they're feeling very vulnerable and someone else can help them. Those two people can't speak until I make another live premiere and both of them are going to be on it, which I knew that the first one who's moving to Cyprus won't be able to be on a live video for a very long time. And so I decided to open the Facebook group. And that's where it came from. And I feel like that's why it was so organic. And that's why it's a lot different than a lot of other Facebook groups that I see in my niche, because this general niche is how to make money from graphic design or from affiliate marketing. And in most Facebook groups that I see about print on demand or selling digital downloads, people are just like, give me keywords. Please help make money. But in our group, so many people share from their experience. I do some kind of like selfie Sundays or selfie Saturdays. We have people sharing like deep stories, like recovering from trauma or how their business is helping them deal with some stuff, asking questions, how to deal with family members when it comes to their business, or even like literally sharing that their parents passed away, whether it's on the Facebook group or on the chat. And I know now, almost 4 years after we started the Facebook group, that a lot of the viewers are talking amongst themselves, and they even had meetups, not like an organized meetup, but they just found out that some of them live in the same area and they meet up to work together or just to chat. And that is so beautiful to me. And I feel like if you don't feel this kind of feeling about your topic or generally your channel, don't start a YouTube channel. Lesson number 5, give value without giving yourself, or stick to your own path, because I've burned out many times trying to make videos that other people wanted me to make, taking like a weird challenge that everyone else was doing. I got burned out trying to make Procreate tutorials because I was like so obsessed with like, how am I going to film this? I watch so much content, and how do people film their iPad without it glaring? Honestly, I don't know. Or without the reflection of the camera, or without the camera focusing on your hand when you move. I honestly don't know, but I got burned out trying to make these videos. And now I feel like the way to go, and that was like my instinct, but people told me, no, if someone wants you to make a video, you make a video about this. But no, the way to go now is if someone wants a video about a certain topic, and that's not a topic I plan on covering, that is not a topic that feels organic to me, I'm just going to find a good video that I watch on the topic and send it to them. That's it. That's it. I'm not doing this anymore. I felt so unprofessional not making clickbait live videos. Like, make $5,000, I'm sorry, $5,742 a week selling stickers made with AI and all that bullshit. That is so untrue. I felt like I'm not monetizing myself enough because I wasn't offering courses, because courses are the way to make money. Seriously, don't listen to advice of people who are not professionals about what to do with your business. And definitely don't listen to advice from people who only care about money when you care about sending out a message and building a community. Stick to your own path. Don't give up on who you are just to please someone who isn't you. Lesson number 6, do not share your YouTube link with your friends or family or generally on Facebook, because one out of two things is going to happen. The first is none of them are going to care. You will post a post on your Facebook to my friends and family. I have started a YouTube channel, and I've actually seen this multiple times. And that post is going to have 150 likes. It's going to have 75 comments. And that video that you posted is going to have 20 views. You know why? Because they don't care. And that option is actually the better option than option number 2 of all of your friends and family immediately going to YouTube to watch your video, because that one is going to kill your channel. Because the YouTube algorithm these days is so different than what it used to be. It's focused on the person who's watching your video. Let's say you decided to open a channel about cooking and you decided to share it with your friends and family. And one of those people, your dad, is always watching politics and commentary videos on YouTube. Your mom is generally watching gardening and crochet videos, and your sister is always watching content about Spain because she moved there. Random examples, really not my family involved in these examples. But what YouTube is going to realize that people who like commentary political videos, content about Spain and gardening and crochet, like your videos. So they're going to take your cooking videos and show them to people who want to move to Spain, to people who like political debates on YouTube. And those people are not going to watch your videos because they don't know you. And YouTube is going to think, well, maybe your videos just suck. And this actually happened to me, not with friends and family, but with you guys. A little over 2 years ago, when I was taking a burnout break, of course, I was basically exiting this channel for a month and a half, and I wanted to launch a new channel called Self-Love Journaling, which, by the way, still exists. It has 3 videos on there, and it's dead. Because I announced doing this, and almost immediately I got 400 subscribers on that channel, and there were no videos. And for those of you who think, oh my God, this is amazing, you're wrong, because when I released my videos, they pretty much tanked. I knew a lot about YouTube at that point. Those videos should not have tanked the way they did. But the reason why they did so is because the people who subscribed to my videos about how to journal for self-love were the same people who were watching my content and the content of other creators about print on demand. And so YouTube thought, people who watch content about print on demand like this channel, like this video. So YouTube started showing that video to other people who are interested in print on demand, and those people didn't know me, didn't care about self-love journaling, didn't watch the video, hence YouTube thinks this video sucks. So, in short, going back to the lesson, do not share your YouTube videos with your friends or your family. Especially in the beginning, when 20 people watching it will be all of the people watching it. Just don't do it. They don't care. Let it run on its own. You don't need their feedback. You can tell your mom, Mom, I opened a YouTube channel. She'd be like, good girl, do you want some couscous? And that would be fine. Just don't let them in that much. It will ruin your chances of actually reaching people who care about that topic. Lesson number 7, do not count on YouTube ads. And there are several reasons for that. The first one is, not a lot of people get paid that much. I don't think you know how much YouTubers get paid. It's between $1 to $25 for every 1,000 views, depending on your niche, and it's very broad. And it's not just that people don't really get paid that much, because yes, in a lot of countries and with different volumes of content in different niches, YouTube ads can make you a full-time living just from the AdSense revenue. However, I don't think that people actually know how many channels never get monetized. The official number of people who never get monetized on YouTube, channels who never get monetized, is 86%. 86% of all YouTube channels or YouTube content is not monetized. The fact that you see an ad before a video doesn't mean that the creator is making money for it. And these are based off of public information of how much subscribers people have and how many watch hours they have. However, this information doesn't account for people who decided to not apply to get monetized had some kind of an issue filing this or the tax forms, or people who got demonetized by YouTube. So the actual number is around 92%. 92% of people who start a YouTube channel never make money from the YouTube ad program, the Google AdSense program, demonetized on YouTube. That means they can also not activate memberships, get super chats, super likes. It never happens for them. And yes, I got monetized after 3 months, but that was insanely lucky, I think, even though I feel like lucky is kind of downplaying myself, but that was, let's call it unexpected, because I went into this as any passive income stream thinking it's not going to make me money for at least 2 years. That's how I went into YouTube from the beginning, after working online and having assets online for a decade, I think. Pretty much a decade. Yeah. But at the beginning of my second month on YouTube, because this channel is a lot of graphic tutorials, I just contacted a graphic marketplace and asked if I can be an affiliate. That's it. It wasn't a lot of money. Trust me, I made like, I don't know, $50 or $60 in my second month. And when I did get monetized, it was around $8 or $9 a day. Definitely not worth the amount of time spent on it. So ads, no, definitely don't do this for the ads. One, they're not a guarantee. And two, they might not be sufficient for the amount of work that you're going to put into your channel. And I do have to tell you this. I actually lost some of my ad revenue last year when there was the YouTube invalid traffic bug that hit a bunch of channels, including mine. And I was kind of relying on ads when it comes to my YouTube production, not when it comes to my finances in general. But when it comes to making money on YouTube, I was mostly relying on ads rather than sponsorships. That is a different lesson. And I freaked out. I mean, I'm not going to spend 20 hours on producing a video and sometimes spending $200 or $300 when I do product reviews and literally get nothing. So don't aim for YouTube ads. Don't count on them, and don't think that this is the thing that's going to make you money. Now, if you do want to hear a little bit about my journey when it comes to how I got monetized, how much money I actually make on YouTube right now, please let me know in the comments down below and I'll make a separate video about that. Lesson number 8, going viral is the worst thing that can happen to you. Unless you're trying to clickbait people into massively watching your content, going viral is the worst thing that can happen to you. If you're aiming for community, going viral is the worst thing that can happen to you. When you go viral, you get so many people come to your video that don't know you. And I'll give you an example of something that happened to me, and that was the Canva debacle, or the scandal, the Scanvadal. I'm going to call it the Scanvadal, even though it's very bad. The Canva scandal. So can someone give me in the comments how to call the Canva debacle or the Canva scandal? But for those of you who are not from the print-on-demand world, basically a lot of people were using Canva assets to create digital products and physical products, and it wasn't really allowed the way that they were doing it or the way that other YouTubers were doing it. And in my videos, I was constantly showing how to do it correctly or use licensed graphics that you purchase outside. And then one day, I think it was a year and a half or 2 years after, someone from Canva posted on the Canva official group that people have been using Canva for print on demand wrong. That it's not allowed. Basically everything that I was saying all this time. So I made a video about it. It went viral because when I was saying it, it was a very unpopular opinion. People don't like to hear that they had paid for their Canva membership and they can't just steal graphics from all of the creators who upload there. No one was watching my videos. People were watching videos by other creators who pretty much said, oh, just slap on this Canva design and you can make money, because that's what people wanted to hear. So when I was saying, hey, it's proven now, you cannot actually do that, I got comments from people who are not in my community, because the people from my community knew that I was saying this all the time. Honestly, the first moment that I saw this thing happening, I was like, vindication, like Captain Holt from Brooklyn Nine-Nine. But the virality of it and the mass amount of people who showed up for that video blamed me for trying to make money by spreading lies, even though I was screenshotting a Canva employee saying something on the Canva official group. I'm spreading these lies to sell on my affiliate link for the platform that sells commercially used license. And that wasn't the only video that I had that went viral and I got so many bad reviews for. And I honestly removed most of them, and it wasn't because I can't take in the bad comments, because I feel like one of the lessons I should have said is like, you need to have a thick skin if you want to be on YouTube. But I removed those videos because they were bringing me not my people. They were bringing me a different type of audience. They were pulling from everywhere. And you know what? Let's say you want to be yourself and you go to a place of practicing a certain hobby or being in a certain way with a certain group of people. That's really nice. And you feel like you can shine, but then dump the same you who behaved in that situation in front of 2,000, or in that case, 100,000 people on stage, and you're just going to get shit. I'm seriously being serious like this. Going viral is like the worst. Also, the fact that I was telling, well, I told you so, and laughed, that's so me. I'm so sarcastic. I say this to myself. But I got so many comments of, oh my God, you hate your viewers. You're laughing at them. No, honey. My viewers knew not to use Canva that way. Lesson number 9, don't let anyone own you. And in this case, I mean own you in the terms of sponsoring your videos and telling you what to say, or owning you to the point of letting you sign some contract for you to make a video on their channel. Usually money is involved. Now, I'm gonna say this, I don't do sponsored videos on my channel. I do a lot of videos on other channels, not for money, and I sometimes do videos for other channels or other companies for money. But I have never signed up to say something that I don't mean, or to never say something bad about that company ever. And that is something that is crucial, and I have seen this in my industry happening a few weeks ago with 2 of the biggest print-on-demand companies merging, and a lot of YouTubers who were signed up with one of these companies were not able to say anything. That company name is Printify. I can say that because they don't own me. And the reason why they don't own me, like other companies, is because I never signed a document that says something like, once you make one video for us, you can never say anything about our company without our permission. And that's not even the worst thing. I mean, that is a very small thing for a very niche thing like print on demand. If you're unaware of the Honey trap or the Honey whatever happened, that's the Honey app for coupon codes. They were sponsoring so many YouTubers. They were actually stealing affiliate commission from content creators, and they were shady with their practices even towards the people that they were guaranteeing the best coupon to. And so many channels suddenly dropped them as regular sponsors and never said why. I'm pretty sure because they were under a contract, in my opinion. By the way, if you're going to be a YouTuber, get used to saying, in my opinion, a lot. Otherwise, you can get sued. You want to make sponsored videos, go ahead and do that, but make sure to read the contract yourselves. Don't let your manager read it. Don't let a friend read it. Read the contract yourself or hire a lawyer to go over these contracts. You do not want to sign something that you don't understand. And yeah, things can change. Things can change in your life. Things can change in the company that you're talking about. Never let anyone own you. I can't even imagine someone telling me to say something with my mouth and my face and my voice to my viewers on my channel with my name. And I don't want to say that. Or the fact that I won't be able to say that. And I'm drifting. I had a full video where I was going over the Printify thing and a lot of lessons learned there. The video was mostly talking about my experience with their terrible customer support and the way they treat YouTubers and the way that their products are made, especially in Europe. I would leave a link to that video down below. I think towards the end I was more talking about the YouTuber part, but I feel like it's a good lesson to learn. Also, I kind of phrased that video and tagged it a little bit down to make the video go less viral than it should have been. I did that on purpose. I don't know if it was a good thing or a bad thing, but I feel like I have emotional scars from going viral. Lesson number 10, don't be afraid to evolve or to change, which is why I think that for most new YouTubers, start your channel with your name. Don't be afraid to be who you want to be, even though people are going to decide what you are and who you are. For example, a few weeks ago, I did a survey on my community tab. What kind of content do people like most watching on my channel? Is it relating to affiliate and blogging? Is it related to print on demand? Is it related to selling digital files? And I literally had people so angry that I even asked that they had to DM me, I'm sorry, why are you even asking? your channel is about print on demand. Well, if you actually look at the statistics of my YouTube channel, you would see that more people watched the content I made about selling digital files. You are watching my channel for print on demand, not everybody. A lot of the people watch my channel only for my website building tutorials, and guess what? The name of the channel is not Me Arroyo Print on Demand Tutorials, it's Me Arroyo. And I feel like a great example for that is a YouTuber that I used to follow called Catherine Manning. And I know it sounds weird when I say I used to follow because she did do her own thing and changed. I'm not going to hate her for that, but Catherine Manning started by making a lot of different videos about being engaged in social media and quickly picked up on being really good with the YouTube algorithm and then teaching that to people. I loved watching her videos about YouTube when I first got started with YouTube. And then she got a divorce and she was talking about that. She bought a house and she started renovating it by hand or with some construction people, and she turned her entire channel into a channel about building your own house. However, I was still watching it. I didn't care about renovating a house. I'm physically unable to renovate mine. I'm allergic to like pretty much everything you need for renovations. And it wasn't an interesting topic, but I like the filmography style. I also kind of got attached to her as a person at that point. And she was also making very interesting videos, like what happened to her YouTube channel and monetization, not monetization, but the amount of money she made and the traffic once she changed her topic. And people got pissed off at her. You're making videos about YouTube and now you're doing something different. And I'm like, you're not paying her. It's her life. It's her name. It's her face. She can talk about what she wants. And yeah, I said I used to follow her because then she got pregnant. So she had a lot of content about being pregnant and preparing for giving birth, which doesn't really resonate with me because I'm not. And then she has content about parenting. I haven't checked her channel for a while, but I'm not going to fault her for changing. I'm not going to be mad that she isn't giving me that precious information that she probably no longer cares about, because you have to be very much involved in a certain niche in order to come to it as an expert and with enthusiasm. So I'm guessing now that she's all focused on a kid, or before that when she was all focused on a house, she wasn't actually focused on following all the news when it comes to video content or content creation or YouTube algorithms or stuff like that. So honestly, if her focus right now was building her house, I prefer that she not give YouTube advice because she wasn't in the game. It's why, for example, I don't talk about TikTok here because I don't care and I'm not on TikTok. And I get this a lot from people when I bring up any topic. I was talking, for example, in my New Year's resolution video that I want to lead my business more with my faith and spirituality, and maybe I'll make a video about that. And I got some nice comments about that. And I also got DMs from people who are warning me to not brainwash them with my religion because it's irrelevant for the content of this channel. So the content of this channel is how to make money as a creative person. I think that my emotional, moral, whatever compass of managing my entire business is effing relevant for this. And not just that, again, if you don't want to watch that video, don't. People literally told me that a lot of the content that I'm talking about doing sounds like it will take away from the videos that they wanted me to make. I'm drifting off here. Again, oh wow. I don't know how I like woke up today and told myself, I'm going to put this in a script and this is going to be a 12-minute video. This is what I was aiming for. Okay, we're going to speed this up before I lose my voice. Lesson number 11. You need to exist outside of YouTube, and in that case, I mean to own your audience. There needs to be a version of you existing outside of the confines of youtube.com because something can happen to your channel. It's very nice that it says Me Arroyo on the channel and that I get a check once a month, but I don't own YouTube. I feel like I'm saying this a lot to my usual viewers who are either selling on Redbubble, on Etsy, or stuff like that. You don't own Etsy, you don't own Redbubble. If you have a successful influencer business on Instagram, you don't own your Instagram account. So yeah, obviously, if I'm also on Instagram and I'm also on Facebook, then I don't own these things, but at least I'm not just in one place. I have the Substack publication that I've been really working on making the content there differently. For those of you who don't know, it's like a free newsletter blogging system, kind of like Medium, but more blogging and personal, I guess, for publications. So I have that, and I have the Facebook group, and I have my Instagram, and I have a website. So I exist outside of YouTube. If anything happens to this channel, yeah, a lot of people are gonna not see me or something. They might remember me, search my name, find me somewhere else. But also, I'm a real person, and I feel like a lot of people who are only existing on YouTube, I'm not talking about the fact that I will upload the same content to Instagram. No, not at all. But the people who only exist on YouTube send out this vibe that they're not really real. And I feel like, again, going back to the community, going back to being yourself, I feel like in a lot of ways, the people who are truly members of this community, whether it's on Facebook or read my newsletters or follow me on Instagram, if I make some kind of a shift on the YouTube channel, it's kind of like they felt it coming, because it's kind of like, if you're never in touch with someone and one day they quit their job, you are like, what happened? But if you're close to someone and you listen to them cry about their job or complain about their boss, and one day they quit the job, you kind of saw it coming. And for those of you who are my viewers, I'm not quitting this YouTube channel yet. I wanted to quit it a year and a half ago. This is so weird. I honestly didn't mean for this video to feel so personal, I guess. There is also a lot of like outtakes at the end of the video. But I feel like, yeah, that's my style of doing things. I guess I'm not the style of like a fancy studio and 13 lessons I learned to make your YouTube videos blow up in 2025. I feel like it's a lot more personal than that. I didn't mean for it to be so personal. I meant for it to be informative. But I think if I meant for it to be personal and longer, I would have probably set on something more comfortable than this just weird bump chair. I don't know. Okay, lesson number 12, exist outside of YouTube, and in this case, I mean have a life. Do something for you. Keep a hobby that isn't monetized. Don't share everything on YouTube, and don't make everything about YouTube. I feel like there are so many YouTubers that I know, especially where I live. So I live in Bansko, Bulgaria, and this is kind of a hub for digital nomads, but also for expats. So I'm less digital nomad now, more expat. I've been living here for 3.5 years. And a lot of people come here and they're YouTubers for travel. And look, if you want to make a video on life in Bulgaria, life in Bansko, you're here for 3 months. You can leave the house one day without taking your camera. I had this thing a few weeks ago where I was walking about and I saw something that I really, really liked. And I was saying to a friend, oh, this would actually make really good content for something that I'm thinking about doing. And they're like, oh, so just take out your camera and do it. And I'm like, I don't have my camera on me. They're like, why? Because we went to run errands, not to work. Exist outside of YouTube. For your mental health, exist outside of YouTube. Lesson number 13, be unapologetically you. And it's not because you're perfect just the way you are, even though I do believe that God made us perfect, or at least with the potential of perfection, God made us in such a beautiful way. And the only person we need to compare ourselves to is who we were yesterday. I sincerely believe that, whether it's professionally, morally, self-love and development wise, the only person I will ever compare myself to is the person I was yesterday. Was she better? Do I know more now? But it's not just about that. I feel like maybe it's not true for some channels that are very much niche focused or focused on a topic, like if you're a realtor or something, I don't know. But when it comes to you bringing yourself out there, you talking about things, giving advice, if you're not going to be yourself and people are going to like that, it's going to feel kind of crappy. I mean, it's kind of like, imagine you went on this like speed dating and you were pretending to have a different job and you were pretending to have different hobbies. And at the end of the night, 90% of the people that you spad date with wanted your number, but they don't want you. They don't like you. They like whoever you pretended to be. So for your mental health, because I feel like a lot of these tips are not about growing on YouTube or making money on YouTube. They're for your mental health. And in a way, they are also about growing on YouTube, because you cannot grow something that you suffocate. If you're going to try to speed up growing a seed into a plant and then stop watering it, it's going to die. So slow growth, marathon, not a sprint, a bunch of other weird mantras. But seriously, if you focus on just the money aspect of being someone else, on the hype, on working with the biggest companies, on just doing and doing and doing and doing and not being you, you're gonna burn out, and the money you make is not gonna follow you. The money you make will be gone. In any case, I do not have a way to finish this video. I didn't think about that. I'm supposed to finish with, hey, this is the video you're supposed to watch next. Again, I feel like this is like the worst how-to YouTube ever. I feel like it's more personal, but I would love to hear your thoughts in the comments down below if something resonated with you. And if you liked these tips, like this video, subscribe to the channel for more videos about business logic, how to make money, how to live in the online space, and finding yourself. There are a lot more videos coming up, or in the newsletter, join our Facebook community, or just do whatever you want. I'm not your boss. So I'm going to be going now. I'm going to leave you with behind the scenes footage, and if you want to watch it because it's funny, go ahead. But you might also find it educational if you're starting a YouTube channel. But with that being said, that was it for me for today. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you learned something new or were at least entertained. Yes, I'm saying this very fast with so much vigor because I've been saying this sentence to finish my videos for 3.5 years. And as usual, I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye! I'm so dehydrated. I should have put like lesson number 14. The studio lights are hot and dehydrating. Lesson number 13 and last, be unapologetically you. Because everyone else is taken. I can't do that. Ta-da! So, yeah, I feel like I'm losing the point. I'm actually back to scripting on a notebook, which is much more natural for me. I was talking about this in my New Year's resolution video. So I don't know if it's a lesson, but I was scripting on my laptop for a very long time and I felt like I was being less organic. So I'm reading from a notebook, just bullet points for this entire thing. And I'm trying really hard in this video with my new camera to look into the lens and not to look into the monitor. So please let me know for my usual viewers, if you're watching this, if the eye contact is better this time. That should have also been a lesson. Look people in the eyes. They don't like it when you like talk like this to other people. This is not a TV show, or when you talk like this and you don't really look at them. So look people in the eyes. I should have made a lot more like numbers in this list. I'm so tired. It's 6 a.m. right now, by the way, and I've been filming this video for at least 40 minutes at the point of me saying this. And I've scripted it before and I made the set. I've pretty much been starting to produce this video from 4 a.m. and that's because there is like noise that's going to be later and inconsistent light. So I'm like doing this before it gets light, even though light starts at 8 in the morning, which is nuts. I feel like this is just like first part of the video, YouTube lesson, second part of the video, YouTube rant. But if you want to make a YouTube channel, I think that you should know these things. You should know that you should look into the camera and you should know that the lights are making it very hot all the time. And at the same time, I'm very cold because it's -4 Celsius here. And the AC was making a lot of sound. So I started this video being freezing and now it's really hot. I need more water. Talking to yourself in your bedroom is weird. At least I have Poe here. It's a very bad Poe. It's one of those things that you buy online that look different in the photo. Was I just shouting until now? I feel like now I just lowered my tone because I was just like talking about, oh, you're never gonna be perfect. I had people asking me, when did I get comfortable being in front of the camera, or when did I stop being camera shy? I'll let you know when this happens. I don't even remember what lesson I was on. We're almost there, Poe. Hanging there. Lesson number 13 and last, be unapologetically yourself. You or yourself? Huh. Which one feels more organic in the moment? Seriously, just don't. I can't. I don't even know why I'm laughing, and every time I laugh, I feel like my makeup is being destroyed. I hate this camera. I think I want to go back to my chunky equipment. I want to go back to filming with my phone. That was so much fun. Seriously, filming with my phone felt so organic. I felt like I was just having like a video call with someone, or like, taking a selfie. I know where to look. Here I keep forgetting. This video is taking a weird turn. I'm so jealous of male YouTubers who don't need to, watch their lipstick and makeup. I'm gonna like film this video and then I realize I had like something on my face this entire time. I also feel like I'm very yellowish. Some days you just have, I want to say bad hair day, but I think my hair looks fantastic today. Some days you just have a bad you day. And I don't know if this is like an adage to this video, but yeah, sometimes you just have a bad you day and you need to decide if you want to show up for your channel or not. Maybe I made a mistake filming today. I don't feel like I did, because I feel like, when am I going to make a video? But the fact that I'm 4 years on YouTube, I'm already a day late. So yeah.